You just can't. You just can't. Heard them hollering. Why? Because no doubt this one managed to swing the gate and close everybody from the water trough. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Wreck-It Ranch and the trials and tribulations of cattle and their silliness. Hey, girls! Silliness. What they got to holler about, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for clicking on the video. We'll see where this goes. Back at her. And I don't know if the camera picks this up. How smoky it is. Like, this is way smokier than when we had the Flint Lawn fires. They say that Thompson up in Thompson is on fire. Like, no word of a lie, that's 1.5 miles visibility. And it's just like a cloak of smoke. You can actually see it passing in front of you. It's that thick. So what did we do to fix this thing? We did nothing. No, I went and dropped off the rake tire, picked up the Tango Turds tire, installed it, went and fired this up to take it over to Dennis. So I figured it would take me about half an hour to drive there. And the AC started working. So I thought, well, I'll just work until it goes off. And then that way, you know, once it's off. Yeah, I just got another one of those fire warning, storm warning, whatever the heck they are, cell phone warnings. Anyway, only thing I can think of is that because the AC was so, well, working so well earlier, and I was switching off and on so that it didn't freeze up, I overloaded the relay on the switch. So I've left it on, turned the fans away from me, because it is ice cold. And it's still working, so I have not been over to Dennis's with this. So we'll just keep working away and see where we get to. That's her done. Yeah, back here behind the bale yard, it gets really, really heavy. Ironically, and then right here it's pure sand. So feast or famine in this field. So yeah, we're almost certain to get rain tomorrow, but that's my premise. I don't want it hammered into the ground anymore, and plus with it being fresh cut, it will shed the rain off pretty quick. And then hopefully we can get it dried, raked, whatever, and get up into bales. So, okay, I think it's coffee time, and then it's bale time. Whew. Some of these big thickums down the bottom there that were raked up last night, they're borderline. Good thing is they're only short spots where it's raked up. So like right here, yeah, some spots are a little bit green inside there, but like I said, they're going into the top, and the bottom is bone dry, so they'll sweat out. Yeah, we're making plenty bales. Like I said, they're borderline where I'm happy with sweating bales out, so I'm not going to tell you what the number is because it's dangerous enough as it is. But just don't pay attention to it. Like I said, I've bailed bales up like this before and they end up just fine, but yeah, you don't want to do too many, and you don't want to have the whole bale made of that stuff, and you definitely don't want to put them in a bale stack in your bale yard straight away. You let them heat up, sweat out, dry out, and then you can pick them. So, yeah, like here, you get these low spots where they're heavy. When I'm done baling up the raked stuff, I'm going to leave all the hollows out. I'll just get all the stuff that's bone dry, because it can't stand getting the rain on it. But the hollows where it's still green, if it gets a rain on it, that's, well, you know, they can stand shed the water, and then we can flip it, rake it, and then get it baled after. So that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. Like I said, I've been doing this for a couple of decades, and I haven't lost a bale crop yet, and I've baled spots up to 35%. Not the whole bale, but like I said, you get little spots where you'll find a point, you leave that bale off, either that or you feed it right away, which I've done too. Anyway, like this stuff up here, all of this stuff up here, even stuff that isn't raked, is bone dry. It's ready to go. So that's the stuff I'm going to concentrate on tonight. And then they'd say at daybreak we're supposed to get the rain. So fingers crossed, because like I said, I'll make it happen. Man, it is smoky if you look at that. Ugh. It is thick. Good thing is I'm not bothered by smoke. Look out there. Yeah, it is. Chuck. Okay, let's make a bale. Man, that is thick. That's a mile away, that yard right there. Actually, it's not even a mile. It's like 7/8 of a mile, maybe. 3/4 of a mile, actually, when I think about it. She's sick. Okay. Can't even see the cows. Where's my goose? Okay, better get back to work. Yeah, and Chad Tosh, I get it now, bud. When you've been raking and baling behind a rake, and then you're baling and you're picking up singles, and it's longer between bales and you have to stick her up a gear, I get it now. It sucks. You get spoiled chasing a rake. You do a lot more quicker without getting bounced around all over the place, so I get it. Oh look, the bale rolled onto the end of my road that I need to bale up. Bugger! So yeah, we're starting to get into the green stuff. I kind of figured this water run was going to be a tough one. Anywhere that we had it raked was actually doing quite good, so basically what I do is I jump 2 rows and pull back in. You can kind of see this is all going to be green here. I pretty well know that, so I'm starting to get into it here. So this will probably be the last one, because that's all heavy stuff. You can usually tell when you lift it up if the grass is sort of whitening underneath. That's your immediate, you can tell from without even stopping, that underneath will be won't be wilted at all. So when I come back down, I'm going to take a strip off behind that wet spot, and then I'm going to take this whole block off, and then I'll get everything to the east. I'm starting to lose daylight. It's after 10 o'clock, so yeah, we had a blood sunset behind the smoke, and we have a full moon tonight, so but making some pretty bales. But man, I could have done with a raker out here. So yeah, we've cleared all the other side of this low spot. Now I'm going to pick and choose and start pulling off this eastern side. Because up here where it's sand, this stuff is good and dry. This is the heavier stuff, so over there is actually more just grass, so if it does get a rain on it, it's not a huge deal. But this is more alfalfa over here, but as you can see, she's rough. She's as rough as a Liberal government's budget. And that's all the politics I'm going to talk about on this channel. Good thing is, it's got some decent lights. The back end, not so good, but I haven't figured out where all the light switches are yet. But they're all, as far as I know, they're all just factory lights. There's no LEDs or HIDs on this. So that might have to be remedied. So I'm going to keep going until I run out of net wrap and see how I'm doing, because that's the bales right over there, so it's only another 30 rows-ish, maybe. I got 70 bales done tonight so far, and they're all big bales, so good quality stuff. It's 10:30, 10:40 now, something like that. Yeah. I miss having a rig in front of me. And that's her. Dun dun dun. What did I get done today? Tonight did 100 bales. Yep. So I already had 53. Something like that, bales done. So, and then there's still that big chunk of heavy stuff over there. So, yeah, this field is going to be down on last year's bale count, but it's still going to be tidy considering it's only what the heck is this? 65 acres. Don't know if it's 70. Because that field up there is 80. This is a quarter section and there's a corner missing out of the quarter, so. Anyway, that's me done. It is approaching midnight. And I'm gonna drop this bale up in the southern bale yard and head for home. Oh yeah, I don't mind doing night shift in this bad boy compared to the old long nose Ford. It's especially this field being so rough. Yeah, the big 2-wheel drive, it didn't like rough. It does not like rough fields. So anyway, see you in the next clip. See you tomorrow. There's a crop you don't see very often these days. Flax. Yeah, another rain. We've had a 1/4 inch already. Yeah, going to get stuff at Show Lake. Stop here at Ann's Brothers, which was S.H. Dayton's John Deere. Come see Cubby for all your parts needs. So I figured, I know I've robbed 4 off of the old baler, and I probably should have some spare because it's gonna happen again. So I picked up 10 of these. So I was trying to guesstimate how much these are worth. Y'all, if you don't know, take a guess. So you get this, and you can insert nylock in there. Oh, they did charge me for bolts as well. Yeah. Okay, take a guess. Go, I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3. $61. Yeah, $61 for a chunk of plastic with a nylock insert. And then it's another $3.50 for the metric bolt. I think it's a metric bolt, he said, for these. So yeah, no doubt it would pay to get my own 3D printer and just scan one of these things and print it. If you could get the right plastic, because I'm not sure what kind it is. But anyway, so yeah, it's like 65 bucks per one of these. And the ironic thing is, if you get net wrap in there for, 100 bales, it'll destroy that. Oh my gosh. Well, at least I get to come and have a visit with Cubby. For all your John Deere needs, see Cubby at Ann's Brothers Show Lake. Beep beep. It wouldn't be summer without Show Lake's parts runs. And a big bunch of rake teeth. Ironically, they didn't have enough boxes of teeth to spare buying a whole one, because there's 100 teeth in a box. So I could only grab, I think I got 20 for now. It'll keep me going. I didn't want to go and buy a whole bunch, like go and order a couple of boxes, which you'd think would make sense. Because the thing is, down the road, if we get to setting the swaths out really, really wide, I'll either need to put extensions on our hay rake or just trade the hay rake on a 14 wheel instead of a 12 wheel, which is what we have. So, yeah. So, did the Agco Massey Ferguson run for rake teeth and then Ann's Brothers, and now head for home. What do most farmers do when they get a little bit of rain, just enough to, really get the dust damped down and maybe actually start to see some puddles? Recycling time. Yeah. Whew. It's good to get a bit of a cleanup. Gonna feed the babies. The wee babies. Funny thing is, paddock number 2, which was the first paddock the big herd was in, it's actually greening up already. It's amazing how little rain, when you have a good mulch on the surface, how quickly it'll just start turning around. Yeah, we're still getting smutting, but BCP, big shout out BCP Farm and Trucking. If you haven't, go over to BCP Farm and Trucking on YouTube for all your YouTube needs. Great content. BC and BP and his wife CP, they farm together. Kind of like me and the boss lady here, and a lot of fun doing it. There's a lot of craziness on their channel. Crazy. He sent me a link, and it's talking about weather in 10 days from now. They're supposed to be talking a good soaker, like more than an inch of rain. So I know that's not going to do the crop guys a whole lot of good, sadly, but it's definitely going to be a world of difference for second cut hay and for fall pastures. So sorry grain guys, but yay for us ranchers. So that's kind of optimistic news, so great. And this is why I put up with this tango turd. 27 miles an hour in reverse. When you're moving bales, man oh man, that's handy. So yeah, I'm just amalgamating roadside bales, and then we're going to try and get the bales off the headlands on the hay fields this weekend. I think that's going to be Liam's job after we switch out bulls. Liam likes doing that, so yeah. The 2 fields that are not baled up yet, he's going to get the headlands stacked, and then the south field will just start grouping them, but we have to wait until I can get that bale trailer. So once the bulls are pulled and we let the girls into the ravine, they won't be coming back here. They have access to shelter down there, so we don't need the bale trailer, and I need the bale trailer. So, yeah. Liam's never run the big trailer yet, so maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year that Liam's dad can relax the reins. Maybe. We'll see. Let's not get too crazy around here, folks. Come on now. Piper Doug's a little neurotic. I don't know if anybody knows that. Yeah. Some girls are happy. Look at them. Wait a minute. Oh my god, there's a bunch of them in number 3. Which is the paddock that they were just let out of into 5 and 6. No. They're in number 4. They're in 5 and 6 now. What? You guys were done with number 4. That's the downside to my system. I haven't got it where I can shut them out of 3 and 4 now. Okay, I gotta see if I can do this while I'm filming, because not the best at filming where I'm looking. So what I'm talking about is, you look at this is number 3. So this is the one they were just in where they shouldn't be in anymore. Here's number 2 that they were out of 2 weeks ago. Look at the difference, how greening up already it is. So yeah, so this rain should help that really start bouncing back. And then we're hoping get some more rain. 3 and 4 will start bouncing back, so that will be ready for them for fall grazing. And I think I said in the previous video, number 1, which the big herd has not had, but we're saving number 1 for the first and second calvers are coming up here for a month or 2. We'll put them up here before we leave it for Scotland, and then they'll just be in here till they're done it. And by that point, hopefully their paddocks will bounce back. But sadly, to do that, we have to shut the Golden Girls back in the house paddock, because we can't have the heifers with their bull here by the old girls in case they cycle back in. Because I'm not trusting any bulls. Never will, never have. Anyway, here's somebody coming on my road. Okay, so we got Puddin' Pop. He's secured. Now we just got to get Mac out of here. Liam just showed up. So I was hoping these girls were going to start heading out. Trying to see where old dump truck is. They must be back up in the horde. I can see Lamar's bum. Anyway, we'll wait and see. And digging should start.
He knows where he wants to go.
Wanted more to fight with Mac than that.
Come on, April. Come on, baby. Now they figured it out. Come on, Penelope. Liam, your cow's being a bother. Come on, Pen Pen. The Great Migration. Come on, April. Come on, dear. That girl. She does. Swimming pool is open for the season. Happy cows.
Oh, I am glad that it's not over 30 degrees today, but it feels a lot warmer than 26, I'll tell you that much. Oh, nice little breeze, but yeah, it was good to get Liam out, and because it's one thing to, you know, have a gate boss and all the rest of it, but there's a certain point where when you're splitting bulls, yeah, there's a danger factor to that. So with Mrs. Piper Duck having a bad back, you don't want her getting jostled or having to jump out of the way, because Puddin' Pop, the little black and white one, he was wanting to have a go with Mac. Yes, he was. They were wanting to have a scrap. So he was not wanting to leave the corral. He wanted to go back out to his paddock. So took a little bit of splitting up to do. So I'm coming out to make sure the double straps are on, and then to put the hot wires on, and then these girls have the run of the place. I know there's one thing I have to do. I have to start to put jumpers onto the dip-to-do wire, but it's not as important right now. But the girls have the ravine. Woohoo! So yeah, they do have a few trees, sporadic parts, and then they have the big brush piles that I'm not burning. They're going to stay there as shelters. So like I said, I'm going to take that bale trailer out, empty it, and then that way Liam and I can get to hauling bales, or at least getting the bales grouped, get out of the way. So yeah, to get this energized, we now jump from there over. So yeah, they got lots. They're happy. Well done. And yes, folks, I couldn't help myself. I put her 2 into 1. Bugger it. I wound the back towers out another few inches because I noticed 2ing into 1, it was actually narrower than the baler. So I figured just wind that out. It might leave a little bit of a soft spot in the middle to let air get in and through and up and round and in and out. So we'll give her a go. I'm gonna move this bale off the end of that slot. Now we're in the silage field. A lot of this stuff is ready, dry, but a little sticky underneath. There we got the wheel. Making up the groups for his daddy. Well, I might cut her down. I'm still a wee ways away from the stuff that was cut on the last day, which was 2 days ago. But you can look there, see on the last few passes, she's very green underneath. So it's hard. It's hard picking that up. I am creeping Jesus along here. So my biggest problem is to get these swaths to dry down from tonight, tomorrow through to this stuff will be, the baler hopefully will be in this stuff by tomorrow night. I'm leaving as long as possible, so right after dark I'm hoping to be in here to get this stuff dried down in 24 hours. Ugh. So I don't want to rake too much and end up stuck with swaths that look like that. You can kind of gauge by how long the shadows are. She's, as they say, chuck. So I think I'm going to shut her down. I'm going to go and cut. And yes, I am going to go and cut, because we have Monday, Tuesday chances of rain, and then we have a couple of days of drying Wednesday, Thursday, and then we have a long stretch of possible rain. So I need to get that quarter down there, over there, I need to get it cut. Even if it gets rained on and whatever, it needs cut. So bring you back when we're in the cutter. Told you. These my girls. Oh, they're having adventures now. That's them all the way up to the north end. Yeah, they still have 5 and 6, but look at that sweet clover. It's the height of the cows. It's the height of the cows. What's with that? And this is light land, and we've had no rain. Woo! Having my Alcatraz fencing, no worries, not at all. Okay, let's get in here and start cutting. And yep, quite see them tiny little green grasshoppers. That's them here. Just start to see them as soon as I start moving. They're hopping around there. I know everybody's got it worse off than we have, but I go from where it's barely touching the apron at a slow way down to where it's flat as a pancake, probably 2.5, 3 feet tall, grasses, but it's laying 6 inches thick on the ground, as you can tell by that. No, just wait for it. Don't think I'm boasting. Ta-da! Barely 6 inches tall, standing. So, and then we play this game all the way across the field. Barely touching, barely touching. Now we get into some nice standing stuff in a low spot. So it's about 2 feet tall. Yes, it is that rough in here. And then we get back up to barely 6 inches tall to a foot. Then we get a really weird spot on a hilltop where it's closer to 2 feet tall again. Just zip right through it because it's still standing. A foot tall. Yes, I know my windows are dirty. Back to about 2.5 feet thick. You gotta pull back in the stick here because it's actually gonna choke the header. So here it's getting closer to 3 feet when it's standing. When it's laying down, most of it. And then Timothy. And then back up out of it into about a foot tall. Now wait for it. Store a foot, back to 6 inches. And then finish with a couple of feet. Yep, so that's how varied this field is. Feast or famine, but still way better off than a lot of folks. So I'm shutting her down. I wanted to get some of this cut, but I'm not too worried about getting a whole pile of it down. Like I said, we've got rain coming, so the sun's already past the horizon. So I'll see you back at the yard. Anyway, that's another night. Thanks for watching the video, everybody. We are sure glad you all came for a visit. And we sure hope you come for another pop in the next episode. Come down the lane to the Shire at Wreck-It Ranch. Got a lot done today in this episode. Well, the last few days, so. We'll see you in the next episode, everybody. Hope you all have a good Sunday. Teddy, bye. Now you got some bonus footage. You got some chancer. Who's your boy? You. Oh, get some neck scratches in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get the neck scratches all the way. Yeah. Oh, you're a handsome boy. Okay, yeah.